I would much rather be laying down, watching anime, playing my little video games or something, listening to music, or literally just laying back and staring to the abyss and slowly slip into madness than have to have my thighs burning so I can fit into my pants a certain way. I would much rather be doing all of that.
Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead?
Hi, my name is Skyy, yes, double Y, and welcome to my channel, Skyy Explains It All, or if you've already been here before, welcome back. So today, as stated in the title, I'm going to be talking about some of my unpopular opinions. These are just my opinions. You know, they're like derrieres, everyone has one. And, you know, don't get too salty. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. And if it applies, well, stand on your convictions and it won't bother you.
People need to know on this stage, don't come for me unless I send for you.
First unpopular opinion I'm going to start off with is I never liked The Notebook. I saw the movie when I was in 10th grade. At the time was known as ABC Family, which is now Freeform. And I'd heard about The Notebook like so many times and everything. So I was like, let me see what this movie is all about. Costumes, beautiful. The way it was shot, excellent. The story, sad towards the end, but the reason why I never could get into the movie is because Ryan Gosling character, this just shows you how much I do not really care about this movie. I don't even know their characters' names. But Ryan Gosling's character is literally harassing Rachel McAdams' character when she's on a full-on date. He's like, if you don't say yes to go out with me, I'm gonna jump, like literally like manipulating this woman who's already out with someone after she said she didn't want him. Like, he's literally manipulating her to try and go out with him, which I don't know why people thought that was romantic. I personally thought it was like creepy. Like, if that happened to me in real life, that's manipulative. And if someone did that to me, then, well, if you're gonna jump, that's so be it. Like, who am I to stop you? I'm not God. That is not in my jurisdiction.
Why are you dressed like somebody died? Wait.
So if someone's gonna jump because I don't want to go out with them, that's really not my problem. I don't like the way the foundation of the relationship started to begin with. Don't ever think you're gonna come and interrupt me and I'm out on a date, having a good time, mind you, and you think you're gonna insert yourself by basically threatening to end your own life. I guarantee you it's not gonna go the way you think it's gonna go.
Surprise, bitch.
Unpopular opinion number 2. I have my notes, I have them written down here. Don't Ya by the Pussycat Dolls featuring Busta Rhymes. Never liked the song. Something about it just never vibed with me. It's the beat, I don't know what it is. I just don't like it. Like, it makes me feel uncomfortable. And not in a like, oh my gosh, like sexuality type of thing. No, like I just literally do not like the song. Like, anytime it would come on the radio, off. Anytime the music video would play back in the day, switch the channel. I do not like that song. And don't get me wrong, love the Pussycat Dolls down. They gave us some bops, some hits. Buttons, as we know, probably was every millennial's fake stripper song dancing with a broomstick in their room by themselves. Like, don't get me wrong, they had some bangers, but for me, Don't Ya was not one of those. And while we're on the subject of music, another unpopular opinion, my third, number 3, Big Girls Don't Cry by Fergie. Hate that song. Do not like it. Nothing about it brings me joy. Like, and I'm not saying this to tear down Fergie, because I do feel a certain way about like ragging on people's music, especially if it's things that are like personal to them and it's their way of sharing their stories. So like, I get that. I respect the artiste part within that, but the song itself, I don't know if it's the melody maybe I don't like, but I don't like that song. It's another one of those things where like whenever it came on, I would skip over it. Didn't watch the video, like nothing. It just wasn't for me. Unpopular opinion number 4, I'm an introvert, which means I not only like time to myself, I need time to myself to feel like a normal person. If I had to be around a bunch of people 24/7, 7 days a week, I would literally lose my mind. I would be drained. I would be depressed. It would not be a good look for me at all. Emotionally, physically, spiritually, I'd be messed up. So I know people are like, oh, well, introverts need to get out of their own shell more. My unpopular opinion is that since y'all other people, which I'm assuming more extroverts think that we need to get out more, which to be fair, we do, because even though we're introverted, like, you do have to actually interact with other people at some point. It literally is not healthy to never interact with anyone. So you do have to make time to interact with other people. So I give y'all that. You're right on that point. But let the introvert give y'all extrovert something. Y'all need to learn how to be comfortable being by yourself, because if just like us having to always be by ourselves can be a bad thing, you not being okay with being by yourself can be a bad thing too. Like if you have to be around someone 24/7, 7 days a week, you can never be by yourself. You can never be alone with your own thoughts. That's a problem too. Like, message. Like it goes both ways. Both are a problem. Too much of anything is not good. So yes, that is my unpopular opinion there. Number 5, going out to clubs or whatever music functions is every week, overrated. Going out even every other week to I think a club or something is overrated, because anytime I go out with my friends, it's literally the same thing, just with different people. People don't even dance out in like the clubs anymore. Everyone just stands and they're awkwardly looking at each other. It's like they'll take their phone and they'll be like, oh my God, yeah, ha ha ha, we're having fun, ha ha, turn up. And then as soon as they finish recording and posting whatever, they put the phone down and then they're like this the whole time with their drink, just like this. So they're faking for Instagram or TikTok, whatever. And then when they're actually there, just standing there like dazed and confused, like they've just been transplanted here from another reality and they don't know where they are. They don't know how to behave. So, which I, to a degree, understand, because we live in a day and age where y'all, and I say y'all because I don't do this, y'all just so willy-nilly and are comfortable pulling out your phones, recording strangers and then posting them on the internet without their consent, without them knowing. And then this person has become like a meme or a joke overnight. Like the fact that we've gotten to the point where that is so like okay to do in this country is whack. Like I think, is it in Korea or Japan? One of those places, or maybe both, where you can't record people without their consent. We need to do that here. We need to do that here. Unless it's something where you're literally like having to get evidence to save your life or someone else's. Why are you pulling out your phone recording someone who's, I don't know, playing with their dog? Why are you recording someone who's giving their, I don't know, their little baby a kiss or something? Like, it's weird. Like, why do you have me in your device? That's freaking weird. It's creepy. Don't do that. So I say all that to say, I get why I went out to clubs. You might want to turn up because you end up being like a meme or something and you didn't even want that. You could end up getting blown up and that's not even what you wanted for yourself. Like, so I get why y'all not really trying to dance like that. But if we all collectively come together and just do it and like not care, then if someone records us, it's not going to even be a thing because everyone's already doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I feel like going to clubs and going out to like dancing venues in general is overrated. There are of course like specific nights like Charlie XCX nights or emo night or something like that. Those are fun, but I'm just talking about generally going to a club where they play like, I don't know, top 40 or something. Overrated, not my jam. This is my unpopular opinion, number 6. And it may or may not ruffle some feathers, I don't know, but I just feel like it's my opinion, but I feel like it's a strong opinion that could potentially be based in fact. So we're seeing a lot of this Gen Z versus millennial stuff, which I think is very stupid to begin with because our upbringings are so similar, especially those of us who are like younger millennials. We have so much in common with Gen Z and of course the opposite Gen Z has so much in common with us. Like I think the war between that is so stupid.
They're like a loud pack of idiot bitches and I'm sick of them already.
But that's not what I'm talking about, my unpopular opinion. My unpopular opinion is that when y'all say that millennials are cringe, it is a certain type of millennial y'all are talking about. And when I say that, it's not the millennials like this. It's not the millennials like me. It's not the millennials like me. We, most of the time, are just sitting back, you know, living it up, maybe rewatching some episodes of The Parkers, maybe seeing what the kids are getting into and cackling to ourselves. But all that other cringe stuff, whenever I see cringe compilations, It's no one with the shade of my crayon who's acting like that. I want to say 99.9% of the time. I want to say 100, but I'm leaving like that little point percentage to be a little fair. But majority of the time, it's none of this. It's no one like this. My unpopular opinion number 7 is I see nothing wrong with someone wanting to do luxury hauls. And let me just say this. When people do luxury hauls, and these have been things that I've seen on the internet, specifically like YouTube since like the 2010s, of people doing like unbox my Louis Vuitton, unbox my Prada, unbox my Christian Dior. And then you have people who come online and will comment and be like, oh, I feel so poor, like that could pay my rent. And it's like, then why are you watching the video? Like, if this is triggering you so much to where like it's feeling like you are without, then why are you watching it? I feel like where is the sense of self-preservation? Like, if you're that hurt by seeing someone who has more than you monetarily, then don't watch it. Like, I don't get why someone has to feel bad about showing off something that they may have probably worked hard for. Like, everyone who has things that are expensive does not necessarily mean they're rich. You can save up money to buy a luxury bag. It may take some time, and not everyone obviously can do it because they have other priorities, but it is possible for someone could save up. You have no idea how many hours that person worked. You have no idea how long that person may have been saving to buy that item. So I think it's weird when people have these like hauls, like specifically for like luxury things, and people are kind of trying to make the other person feel bad for them. It's weird to me. Like, there's always someone who's doing better than you in a financial sense, but like, I'm not upset about it. Like, maybe it's because being a millennial, like growing up, I'd say like my middle school era to high school era, whatever, it was when like celebrity was really like put in our phases. Like, I remember always watching Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous that came on VH1, right? And the man, he would narrate the show and they talk about people's cars and private planes and all this other stuff. Never was I sitting there and like, wow, oh, what a bummer. I feel so poor because I don't have a jet. That's never came out of my mouth. Like, when I look at certain things, I'm just like, oh, that's good for them. If it was meant to be mine, it would be, and it's not, so it's not meant to be mine.
Never was a child. As soon as I popped out of my mom, I was just in the know.
I just feel like people put a lot of onus for their own like sense of self on other people, and I think that's weird. So I think it's weird to hate on people doing hauls. And if, like I said, I'm sure it can be hard. Like, if you literally are living paycheck to paycheck, you're struggling to get groceries, and seeing someone just who may willy-nilly be able to spend, I don't know, $20,000 a month on luxury bags while you're struggling, I can understand why that could be hard. But that's not that person's fault, and that is that person's money. They can do what they want with it, within reason. Nothing illegal that I support. I don't see the big deal. And someone may feel a way about me saying that, but I just feel like other people's feelings on a certain things is not a complete stranger's responsibility. That's all I'm saying. I'm not mad at Megan Thee Stallion or any other celebrity posting their luxury bags, and I'm gonna go online and comment and be like, oh, that could have paid my rent. Like, that's just not how my mind works. But I'm sure there's gonna be someone who said, oh, you're privileged. Okay, whatever. That's how I feel. Next.
I said what I said.
Next unpopular opinion. To me, working out is not fun. And I'm not talking about going for a little walk. I'm not talking going for a light jog or a little cute little bike ride. I'm talking about like doing HIIT workouts, cardio, things where you can feel your muscles burning. It's not fun. And this is, like I said, my personal unpopular opinion, because you see people online who are like, they love working out. They love going to the gym. And I'm not saying that they're lying. They really may feel that way. But for me, it's a no. Like, I do work out because I like to look a certain way. I like my clothes to fit in a certain way. But do I think working out is fun? No. I would much rather be laying down, watching anime, playing my little video games or something, listening to music, or literally just laying back and staring to the abyss and slowly slip into madness then have to have my thighs burning so I can fit into my pants a certain way. I would much rather be doing all of that, but I do it because of the benefits. So while working out is not fun for me, I like the benefits it provides, obviously, like aesthetically and mentally, because if I don't work out, my mental health be jacked up. So yeah, working out isn't fun. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that. I feel like when you get into, like, I guess people in the fitness community, they're like, you gotta say it's fun or find something that's fun. It's okay to acknowledge that it's not fun and we'd rather be doing something else, but we like the benefits of it. So yes, that's that on that one. Unpopular opinion number 9. I am sick and tired. Tired and sick. Fed to the up with this era of over explaining. I'll give you guys an example, and I'm gonna make something up. And I've said this for years. Let's say someone comes online and they're like, my favorite color, and this is like actually me saying this, like my favorite color is actually purple. So I come online and I say why purple is my favorite color and why I think it's great and I think it's fabulous and I think it's like the best color in the world. And I'm being like, Prince even liked it too, like purple people, we're up there, right? And then someone comes on and comments and they say, wow, I can't believe that you said purple is the best color in the world. What about red? What about blue? What about yellow? Okay, even growing up, I had a purple neighbor next door and they teased me for being green, and I really don't appreciate you saying how purple's the best color because there's other purples out there. And it's like, sis, what?
Did you fall down and smack your little head on the pavement?
Unhinged behavior. People have selective hearing. That's what it is. They hear one or two things of the plot within the story, and then they formulate a whole other fairy tale in their minds based off of what you just said, and that's not even what you said. Are they not teaching critical thinking and comprehension skills in school anymore? Like, I was one of those people who always was like, I'm sick of having to have to explain why the door is red in a book. Sometimes the door's just red. You know what? I take it back. I take it back. I take it all back to the teachers who I would feel that about. I am so sorry. I take it back. Y'all need to figure out why the door is red. Y'all need to start turning the wheels in your mind and doing some critical thinking because the lights are not on upstairs.
Nurse. You're like, ooh, nurse. Nurse. Yeah, because she needs help. And nurses help people.
For y'all to take one thing someone says and then take it and turn it into something completely else. I've seen people literally formulate freaking Iliad out of something that someone said that they never actually said. Like, something's in the water. Something is in the water. And so I hate how you have to literally come online when you're talking about something and you have to come on and be like,
okay, so I love purple, but that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with yellow, and that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with green, and that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with blue. It's just I like purple because it's...
I shouldn't have to do all that. It should be common sense that if I say I love purple, that doesn't mean I'm saying I hate red. Like, I thought this was common sense, but we live in an era of rare sense, and it's so annoying, like really irritating.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly.
I am getting to the point where I'm going to just stop over-explaining. Like, I'm not over-explaining anymore. If you cannot properly process what I'm saying, and I know there's going to be someone, and even I'm going to have to do it right now. Well, what about the people on the spectrum? First of all, you don't know me. I could be on the spectrum, but you will not know because that ain't your business. But
thundered with her wrath and frustration. Her evil prophecy had not yet been fulfilled.
Obviously, if I'm talking about this, I'm talking about people who do have the cognitive abilities to differentiate between certain things. Why would I be talking about someone who may be on the spectrum and not understand certain social cues? Why would I be talking about that person? See, things like that I feel like are common sense, and then y'all get offended on behalf of other people who are not even offended. Like, it's so peculiar to me. It's strange. It's weird. Like, literally, I am such a Capricorn because I really be like, I don't like calling people dumb, and I've said this for years on my channel. I really don't. But y'all may not be dumb, but you're giving dumb tendencies.
Stupid.
That's what it is. You're given dumb tendencies, and I know you have the ability to not do that. So what I appreciate if we would bring back the critical thinking, use our noggins, do the noodle dance, and get it together. My last and final unpopular opinion, I think canceling people is stupid. And hear me out. I'm not talking about someone who literally pow someone. I'm not talking about someone who violates someone, you know, put two together. I'm not talking about that. I'm just sick of people picking and choosing who they're going to cancel. So you'll cancel celebrity A for doing one thing. Granted, you never liked them in the first place. You never consumed any of their music, their media, nothing. So you'll cancel them. But then celebrity B has done the same thing, but because y'all like them, oh, well, let's just see what happens. It's like y'all pick and choose who you want to cancel. Like, if you're going to cancel someone, then cancel them all. If you're going to cancel one for doing the same thing the other one did, then cancel them both. And granted, there are people who do across the board. They don't care if they like the person or if they don't like them or if they follow them or if they don't, they'll cancel them. So obviously, I'm not talking about them. But there are certain people who really dislike certain celebrities. I'm not going to get into the names because that is not the name of the game on this channel. I do not go into celebrity gossip and all that. But y'all will cancel certain celebrities, but still be bumping the music of certain other celebrities who do the same thing. That's all I'm saying. Y'all pick and choose, and it's why I feel like I just don't take cancel culture seriously. And then when y'all cancel them, you're back on to them like a week or two later, and it does not affect their career at all. I feel like cancel culture has been so bastardized because it used to be, at least my opinion is, the initial purpose of cancel culture was to hold people accountable for actually doing things that are wrong and having like real consequences for doing things that were actually negatively impacting someone else. But now it's just like, oh, you come online and you talk trash about them for like a week or two, and then you forget about that, and then you go still support the person later on, and their career is not affected at all, and then you do the same thing to the next person. It gives performative. And those were all of my unpopular opinions, at least for this video. You can totally disagree with me on my unpopular opinions. Like I said, opinions are just opinions. They're not facts. But if you're going to disagree with it, be respectful, because again, these are opinions. They are not facts. Opinions are not facts. Opinions are not facts. I have to say that. So, because like I said, the era of critical thinking feels like it's gone. So I have to say it a couple times for people who may not get it the first time. That's all I'm going to talk about today. You're here, you're watching, you're enjoying the video. Go ahead and give it a like. You are liking the content I make. You've seen a couple of videos. You may be enjoying my face, hearing my commentary. Go ahead and subscribe. I would very much so love to have you here. And also, like, leave me a comment. Like, do you agree with some of my opinions? Do you disagree? Like I said, it's okay to disagree. Just be respectful. Or like, what are some of your unpopular opinions? I would love to hear down below in the comments. Be respectful. Don't get spicy.
You have nothing to threaten me with.
Thank you so very much for watching. And until next time, I have to return some videotapes. Bye, guys.